Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Movie Loft. So today I'm actually going to count down my top 5 most underrated movies of all time, in my opinion. I thought it'd just be cool for you guys to maybe get some ideas for something to watch when you got nothing. It's coming in at number 5. Drum roll, Louie. Tigerland. So Tigerland is a movie. It came out in 2000. It's directed by Joel Schumacher. Joel Schumacher is definitely a hit-and-miss director, but within the pile of shit that he's actually made some really good flicks, this being one of them. It's a Vietnam movie. A lot of people might not consider it a Vietnam movie because they don't actually go to the war in Vietnam. It takes place in the training camps beforehand, but I still consider it a Vietnam movie. Yeah, it stars Colin Farrell. It really gets into like the kind of stuff you have to deal with in the camps before you go out. The discipline, the training, and all the dynamics of things that go wrong in these camps and how difficult it was. And it also gets into the bonds that people make. The friendship between the main character and Colin Farrell's character is really the focal point of the movie. The bonds that are made and the sacrifices that these guys will do to save each other. I don't think it's based on a true story. It may be. Not sure about that. Yeah, but it's an amazing story. It's definitely one that it's always stuck with me over the years. Whenever people talk about Vietnam movies, I always tell them to check this one out because a lot of people don't know about it. Again, it's underrated. So anyway, that would be my number 5 movie. I'm just going to skim over them pretty fast because a lot of these I haven't watched in a long time. So Louie, you got your drum? Louie, where's your drum? All right, I guess he's not going to drum for me for the next one. Anyway, coming in at number 4 is... Louie? Come on, dude. All right. Sisters, Brothers. This is an amazing flick. I don't know how it didn't win a million Academy Awards when Academy Awards actually meant something. The direction's amazing. The cinematography is incredible. It's kind of a Western about 2 brothers that are bounty hunters, and they have a bounty to go search for someone. Then that leads into something else where they have an opportunity from the guy that they actually have the bounty on, and that leads them down another path, and they screw that up. And it just goes kind of downhill for them in a way. The journey is so amazing, and there's so many things in this movie that really bring a lot of authentication to the time. Which makes it a really enjoyable watch. The research that they must have done, the sets, and just the acting. You got Joaquin Phoenix and John C. Reilly, and the way they play off each other.
So I slap you, you slap me back. We're even. So go ahead. Hit me. Hit me. Jesus Christ. What is your goddamn problem?
I love watching these 2 actors work together, especially John C. Reilly, because that guy, he's so versatile. He's one of the funniest guys I've ever seen in comedy, but yet he can do roles like this where he's serious. And you got to hand to the guy as an actor. That's incredible. It's not easy to do. But yeah, it's a great flick, and it just never won any awards. It kind of went under the radar, like all these movies that I'm about to talk about. But so that was the next one, Sisters, Brothers. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Okay, so coming in at number 3. We're at 3, right? Yeah, 3. Louie, drum roll. There we go. The Signal. The Signal is one of the most underrated sci-fis I think has ever existed. I call it a rabbit hole movie. The term stemming from Alice in Wonderland, going down the rabbit hole. Basically, I call it that because as the protagonist goes through the movie, you kind of discover what's going on. At the beginning, you don't know anything. By the end, you know the whole world. And you learn as the main character learns. And The Signal's like that. At the beginning of it, just a bunch of kids getting this weird signal. And then they go on this crazy journey somewhere else. And it just leads off to a bigger world and a bigger world. And it just everything kind of explains itself throughout the whole thing until you figure out everything that's happening. Yeah, it's a great flick. The special effects are amazing. I don't know any of the kids that act in it, but you have Lawrence Fishburne's in it. and he's awesome in it. But yeah, so The Signal's a great movie, very underrated. I don't know how more people don't know about it. It's a great sci-fi, so yeah, check it out if you haven't seen it. Okay, so coming in at number 2 is The Grey Zone. The Grey Zone is a very sad, deep movie. It's definitely not for the faint-hearted. It is a movie about the Holocaust, which is another thing why this is crazy and went under the radar, because most Holocaust movies is like a sure thing for Oscars and awards.
Schindler's Bloody List, The Pianist, Oscars coming out of their arse.
This movie just never got noticed. It was not, I think it just came out a few years after The Pianist, which won Best Director for Roman Polanski. And then a few years before that, you had Schindler's List. And then this movie came out, and it's just as good as any of them. It has pretty impressive cast. So you have Steve Buscemi in it, Harvey Keitel. Surprisingly, David Arquette's in it, and he does a great job. And this guy, David Chandler, kind of reminded me of Bruce Dern in a way, but he kills it in this movie. He's absolutely incredible. The acting's amazing. If I had the only critique, is Harvey Keitel's German accent is not the best.
That's not true, is it? Of course it's true.
But other than that, it is an amazing movie about an uprising at one of the camps during the Holocaust. Yeah, it's a phenomenal flick. If you haven't seen it and you can, get through that kind of subject matter in a movie, then go check out The Grey Zone, because it's absolutely awesome. Now, coming in at number 1, ladies and gentlemen, is Louis drumroll, Apocalypto. Now, the reason I pick Apocalypto is because it's personally one of my favorite movies of all time. It'd probably be in my top 10 list, and not a lot of people know about it. I wouldn't say I don't know why that is. There is reasons for it. One being that Mel Gibson, leading up to the release of the movie, shot his mouth off while he was being arrested and stuff, and said a lot of stuff that he shouldn't have said. Let's just leave it at that. And the movie got buried. And it was lined up to be the hugest hit of the year, and would have won tons of Academy Awards when the Academy Awards meant something. But Mel did his thing, and he shot his mouth off. He said a bunch of stupid crap, and the movie just kind of got buried, and a lot of people don't know about it. But in my opinion, it's one of the greatest movies ever made. It is an edge-of-the-seat movie, which is a movie where you're literally on the edge of your seat the whole time watching it. The first time I ever saw a movie like that was Die Hard. It builds the characters. Then when things kick off, it just never stops. The action is just boom, 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 boom throughout the whole thing. It's about the Mayans near the end of the collapse of the civilization of the Mayans. And they were going out and they were collecting more people, forest dwellers, to come to sacrifice and take as slaves. And they go to this one camp of the main character, and horrible things happen. The main character lowers his wife and son into a hole nearby the village while his village is being attacked, to try and hide them. And he gets taken, and basically the whole movie from then on is an absolute adrenaline rush of him trying to get back to save his wife. So many things happen, and it is an amazing flick. And not only that, it's very impressive. I think that it's done in a completely different language. I'm pretty sure that Mel Gibson decided to do it in the old Mayan language. I mean, just to do that and direct a movie in a completely different language from what you speak, and do it so well. The shots that Mel gets, I mean, he still is, I would say, one of my favorite directors of all time. Even though he hasn't made that much, when he makes a movie, they're just amazing. I'm not even a religious guy, but I love Passion of the Christ just because of the way it's shot, the way it looks. Mel just has an eye for film. And this, in my opinion, is his best work. Even better than Braveheart. Anyway, that's it. That's my top 5 most underrated movies of all time. If you haven't seen any of them, go out and check them out. I guess that's it. And as always, I love to leave you guys with something special. So here's a little video I made over the Christmas holidays when I was bored for an old tune that I made, a little bootleg remix. So enjoy, and thanks for watching. All right, see ya.
boy brings more.